So my story begins at the end of my very last programming internship that I've had. I just finished my final presentation. Didn't really go that great, but they did imply that they did want to offer me a job if I was interested. I was very flattered, but something inside me said no. It's something that I always knew that I was fighting for. I knew that it was something that my parents would be proud of me for getting. And it literally had everything I was fighting for. It had the pay, the free food, massages, and great startup culture. And I still said no for some reason. And I didn't understand why until later. And it was because it wasn't what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I feel like a lot of Asian students, especially Asian students, they feed themselves this narrative that, like, oh, once I plow through all these classes that I'm not really interested in, and, you know, after I slog through all of these assignments and sometimes cheat on these assignments, and once I get to a place like Google or Facebook and make a lot of money with free food and everything, then I'll be happy. And I think that's what I did to myself. And when I finally was, like, offered that thing at the end of this story that I was telling myself, I realized that it was nothing but a story that I was telling myself, you know? And I realized that it was all fake. I realized that I was lying to myself, and I actually wasn't going to be happy. Because I didn't feel happy when I was offered that job. And so for my senior year in college, I was working on this channel and also with my Asian American Theater Club for a little bit. So for my last year, I was working a lot on this channel and also with an Asian American Theater Club, Theater Rice, in UC Berkeley, because that fulfilled me. And after a lot of soul searching, I realized that entertainment is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have some place in it. I wanted to perform. I wanted to create things. I wanted to be in new media. You know, it's just that, like, very intrinsic feeling that, like, I want to give this a try because I feel like I have something that this area doesn't have right now, and I can add a lot to it, and it will fulfill me the most in my life, and I know that I'll hate myself for the rest of my life if I don't just try and do it. So I told my mom over the phone that I didn't want to do programming anymore, and she didn't really say anything. It was a pretty, like, I just don't think she knew how to react. And then after I graduated, when I went home, that's really when the entire thing exploded in my face. And it's very clear that she was holding a bunch of emotions back to, like, put onto me face to face. It was one of those situations where everything is supposedly fine, and then my mom, gets into an argument with me about something completely unrelated. But then the argument, like, finds its way to, like, the actual root of all the anger that she has for me. And it was probably one of the most painful experiences I've had in my life, arguing with my mom, because I'm the type of person that hates conflict. I usually don't like arguing with my mom. I'm usually the type of kid that just listens to whatever my mom has to say, because usually it's pretty valid, even though I don't necessarily like it. And I just don't like fighting with my mom, period. Like, she's my mom. Why do you have to make this your dream? Why can't you just make this your hobby? Why can't you just make a lot of money off of doing programming and then do this whole artist thing later? I can't believe that you're doing this to me. What did I do wrong? You're being so ridiculous right now. I don't see any Asian people on television or films, so I think you have literally zero chance of making it. God, even when I repeat that, it still hurts to say that, knowing that my mom said that to me, you know? My mom, like, one of the most valuable people in my life, told me that she doesn't believe in me. She told me that just based off of her limited experience, that she thinks that I had zero chance of succeeding. And even though I was, like, putting my heart on the floor for her, she still was trying her best to not accept that, you know? Like, she was trying her best to invalidate my feelings I know it was because she was concerned about my safety, and she knew that the world is a very cruel and harsh place and would probably hurt and beat me. But that doesn't change the fact at all that it hurt me so much. She just straight up told me that I don't believe in you. And I don't trust in your ability to succeed, no matter how much you are feeling it. I can't say how thankful I am to be working at where I work. BuzzFeed. I know I usually don't say that, but it's important for this video. I was able to use this channel as a body of work to show BuzzFeed, which, by the way, is a channel that my mom really didn't understand why I was doing it. Once again, she thought it was a waste of time, all that good stuff. You know, she was like, "Oh, you do theater club and you do studying. How do you think that you still have time to do a YouTube channel?" I'm not saying that I'm happy that I proved her wrong. I would just say that I'm relieved that I proved her wrong, you know? And this is not what I center my entire work around with this channel or with work, but I do try to be visible because I know that there are still so many people out there like me that are wondering whether or not they belong somewhere that they want to be. That because of outside pressures, they feel like they can't make that leap into doing what they actually want to do in their heart of hearts. The people that keep convincing themselves that maybe they're just delusional, maybe they just don't know what they're talking about, and that their parents are right about where they should be going. And also for the parents out there that are like my mom, that are having a hard time believing in their kids, believing in the society that oppresses certain people and systematically keeps other people down. I want those kids to believe in themselves, and I want those parents to also see me and say, maybe even though I don't understand what my kid is doing, maybe I should still believe in them, because this kid is doing some pretty cool shit. So this was the basic gist of what I said at a Disoriented Comedy event. It's called Family Reunion, and it's run by Jenny Yang. This was an LGBT-specific storytelling time, which was awesome. Thank you so much to Jenny Yang for inviting me, because it was probably one of the most awesome experiences of my life. Just having a stage, but also just having a very intimate storytelling moment, because I felt like so many people in the audience could relate to what I was saying. It just came so naturally to me, you know, like it felt natural, the entertainment value, but also the heart that was in all of the stories that were told. I made quite a few friends at the event. I literally cannot wait to be a storyteller again. I'm really sorry if my voice sounds weird, because I'm just getting over a flu. Apparently you can still get a flu even though you got vaccinated. Specifically remember getting vaccinated. But anyways, thank you so much for listening to my story. Let me know if you want to hear any more stories, I guess, if you're interested in those. But anyways, I'll see you later, and thank you so much. Bye!